When I was young, I had friends who told me about a fabled book of destiny. I had friends that had gone to India and they apparently had met people who had a book that was already written, and they would look up your name in there, and if they found you in there, they could tell you about your whole life. It was already there. And they even knew, in many cases, that you were going to come there. And not everybody was actually in there. That kind of led my interest to astrology and other things. And eventually, I discovered what I call the true book of destiny. And actually, it's found in our common deck of playing cards. This is a system that's been around for ages. It's relatively unknown. It's getting more known as we go because I've been doing this now for 30 years, but it's relatively unknown. But it's the most powerful tool that you can use to understand your life and to know the cycles of your life and to know when things might happen, when things will happen, when to make the certain moves in your life so that you can be more successful on an ongoing basis. I want to tell you a few things about what the card system, which I call the science of the cards, can tell you about you and your life. First of all, it can tell you more about who you are. It can help you to understand who you are and to accept who you are more. Like you might feel like you're a round peg in a square hole and you just don't fit in where you are. For example, you might be a 5, and a 5 person is very restless, and they're not going to really be happy in a situation that ties them down and has them doing the same thing every day. They need to travel, they need to move, they need to have new experiences, and anything that looks like a prison or putting them in a box is not going to be happy for them. So these people often have difficulty with the concept of marriage because for them marriage seems like a box, like a prison they will be put in. This is just one example of many. Every card in the deck has a specific message to tell you. And once you know what your card is, you're going to know a lot more about who you are and what kind of things work and don't work in your life. The next thing it can help you with is to know what career is best for you. What kind of work would suit you the best? It's not super specific like, oh, you should be a chemist, but it gives you a general idea of what kind of work would be the most suited for your personality type based upon your birthday and the card. By the way, this entire system, it's not random at all. It's all mathematical. It's all calculated from the moment of your birth. Every card in your life is predetermined by your birthday. The next thing is it can tell you what your relationship karma is. Like what kind of relationship would fit you best, what kinds of people you're attracted to the most. It could even help you understand like what kind of a relationship would be best for you. Like it may not be traditional or it may be very traditional. Some cards are very traditional and they really like just, the home, family, parents and children and all that. And other people are very advanced, let's say progressive, and have different ideas about relationship. It can help you understand how you are about that. It can also tell you what birthdays you are very compatible with and which ones you're not. There are some cards that are on certain birthdays that you'll meet this person and you'll like them even though you never met them. You'll like them right off the bat. Love at first sight. It'll tell you which birthdays you have love at first sight with. It'll tell you who you have past life relationships with. And forget about astrology, which, this sign's not compatible with that sign. I can find, and you can find using my books, you can find birthdays in every sign that you are compatible with and ones that you should avoid that you're not going to get along with. It's much more specific than the sun sign stuff. This can also tell you, like, if you have desires for success, what's your potential? Well, actually, if you have the desire for success, you probably have great potential for success. For some people, it's not that important. Others, it is. It can tell you if you're destined to make a lot of money or if that's going to be a big thing for you, or you're going to be focused more on family and relationships. And so, or you're just your work. Some people are really into work. They don't really care about the money. They just care about the work itself. The cards can tell you how you relate in depth to every single birthday of the year. So no matter who you meet in life, once you understand how to use this system, you'll know about them and about how you and they will relate together. It's extremely helpful. I use it everywhere I go. When I go out to eat, even I ask my waiter or waitress what their birthday is, and I know what's going on. But when I pick my own doctors, lawyers, everything, you pick them consciously when you know the system. It's very, very handy. And you also know what your overall health karma is. You may have good health karma, or you may have like a karma that means that you're going to have health issues off and on throughout your life. So this is just a basic thing about you that it tells you, but it also tells you about the timing of things in your life. So like when you will get married, like if you're looking to get married, when will you meet somebody new that's significant? When will you have a new lover? Or when will you have a love triangle? When will you get divorced? When will you have a baby? All these things related to relationships, it has the timing of that, because you're looking at somebody's spreads of cards here this year. This is calculated from their birthday in January 19th of 2003. And it's telling you for this year of 2023 what their cards are. And it tells you what's going on every single 52 days of the year. And you'll have the access to this. And each of these cards has a meaning. See, every single card has a meaning, and it tells you what is going to happen. This information is found in my books, The Cards of Your Destiny. It's also found in our software and on our website. Okay, so you can find out when you're going to move. You can find out when you're going to change jobs, when you're going to move to a new location, buy a new house. When will you start a new job? If you're looking for a job and you haven't found one yet, when is that going to happen? It can also tell you, like in terms of work, it can tell you when you might find the job that you feel you have been destined for but haven't found yet. I was that way for over 10 years. I was searching. I knew that there was something I was meant to do. I didn't know what it was, but I knew it wasn't what I was doing. I was doing things, I was working, and I was fairly successful, but I knew that there was something that I hadn't found yet. The cards can tell you when you will find that if you're in that same situation. It can tell you when you'll make more money, when you'll have more success with the public, when you'll have social success, romantic success. It can tell you when you're going to be lucky at gambling. A good friend of mine uses the cards to decide what day to go gambling when he goes to the casino, like once or more a month. It can tell you when you would win if you were in a legal battle and when you would not win. It'll tell you when you should avoid what years you should have just avoid legal battles, and when you were guaranteed to win. It can tell you when you'll have the millionaire spread. It's a special spread that occurs as many as 3 times in a lifetime for different people. And it's a time when you can make the most money you've ever seen. It can also tell you when you'll have health issues and when you'll recover from health issues. There's more to it than that. It has even more information. You can analyze all your relationships, all your family, your parents, your children, your best friend, and you'll know exactly how you all fit together. Like, who are your karma cards? Who are your past life cards? Who do you have past life connections with? It's just like a world of information. And this system is the easiest one of all to learn. You can learn it really in a matter of hours because the books have all the resources in them. You just follow the directions and you're in. So I invite you to come to our new website if you're brand new. Go to knowmydestiny.com. There's a lot of resources there to make things easy for you, including a free e-course that you take that teaches you how to read your destiny one lesson at a time for 17 days. There's an applet there where you can type in your birthday and find out about your birth card, the one you were born with, what it means, what cards you have this year, what cards you have this 52 days, and even what card you have today. And they can tell you what those mean. You can have fun with that. You'll see the veracity and the accuracy of this whole science. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on KnowMyDestiny.com. And for those of you who are more advanced and have been using it, 7thunders.com. Have a great day.